Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Classy Coins. I just wanted to give you guys a brief overview of our debt story, how we actually got to the point that we are at, because everybody has a story and I thought it would just be interesting to give you perspective. Maybe we're on the same page, so let's start. 2013, I went to Kennesaw State University, which is located in Georgia, and my husband in 2011 went to Georgia. He went to Poly Southern, which was a part of Kennesaw State, but now they've combined it and it's all Kennesaw State. Then he transferred to Georgia Gwinnett College, and that's a community college. If I could tell anybody anything, I would say, even though we joke about it all the time, like, do not sleep on community colleges. Save your coins from going to a university. I can say the experience was absolutely worth it. Have fun. And it definitely defined some of my college years, my current years. So if you want fun, then university. But if you're like, I'm just trying to get this degree and go home and it's not that deep and you don't want that much debt, please consider a trade school or community college. Like, do not sleep on that. I actually graduated with my bachelor's of science in psychology. I chose this degree because I honestly didn't know which direction to take. I started off doing biology. I failed chemistry and decided to completely change my route because I was like, oh no, this science thing is not for me. Word was, of course, like, if you're going to take this route, you're more than likely going to need your master's if you want to make decent money with this degree. And I never did go get my master's because I didn't feel like I was actually interested in that. I just took it just because it seemed interesting to learn about people and why people think the way they think, but not to make it a career. Because I felt like if I was a psychologist, I'd be crying in a session with everybody anyways. And so, yeah, I did use it, of course, like, to find jobs. And then after my husband, he graduated with a bachelor's of art in political science. He wanted to go into the legal field, and he started off kind of just looking for jobs for a while, and he wasn't able to find anything. And then my dad created, in 2020, he created a transportation business, and that's how it ended up. Like, they worked together for a while, you know, had a good contract, and that's how he ended up kind of taking over the business somewhat for the majority of it, and did not use his degree either. To say where I ended up, I am part-time implementation specialist, and he graduated in as the business owner. He's trying and prefers not to go back to working a 9-to-5, but we will see the direction that life takes us. We both ended up with 30K plus in debt. So I think I have around 35, but as you know, interest kicked back in, and we have not been able to pay that, like, not even a little bit. Hopefully one of these days we will, but 30K, and he's around the same. These are all both federal student loans, total 60K plus in debt basically. And he ended up getting a Wells Fargo credit card, and this was for him to help pay for school because he was not focused and needing to retake classes, and you know how they only pay so much. So he ended up paying, getting up to $6,500 worth of debt, which isn't terrible for school, and it was for good reason. He had his Chevy Impala in 2018, which was owed 9.9K as of a couple months ago, and then they tacked that on to our new vehicle, which is a whole bunch of new debt. But like I said, we're having a baby and we needed an SUV. 5 people could not fit in a Chevy Impala at all. We upgraded our car, and that is now we owe $35,000 on that one, with our note being $613 a month. Wells Fargo credit card, it has changed because I've gotten it down to $2,183 from $6,500. So my credit card at the time, which I would say I wrote this story, I was supposed to be posting this a while ago. I was at 84, but unfortunately because of life trials and tribulations, I'm back at $721 for that one. I'm just gonna kind of highlight what it is that we pretty much owe now. And so we were like 85 plus in debt, but now that we've gotten this car, and it hurt because 9K was really like, we really was like, oh, we could pay this off in at least a year. That was really our goal. But you know, surprise baby, we were like third row. This is a pretty decent deal for SUVs with low mileage, because unless I'm researched wrong, y'all, you know, these SUVs are running 45, 50, 55. And so we wanted to keep it in the low range. Like, since when did SUVs become like double digits? Like, when did they become so much? Like, back in the day, you can get one for 15 or 10. Like, that is wild where we are as an economy. And I'm just over here like, Lord, you can go ahead and bring everything down whenever you're ready. Like, we're ready, so are you, you know. But this is kind of like concludes our debt story. So the good thing I will say, like the positive thing about this, is that no shade to anybody, but one thing that I try to look at is that we don't have a bunch of consumers in debt. None of this is, you know, I feel like pointless, or even though we might not have like really used our degree, they could come back in handy later. We're still young. We only 28 and 30, so you never know. We might go back into the field once our kids are all like in school. We might be like, all right, let's get our hustle on, get our life back together. I don't know yet, but you know, I look at all of this stuff as like, it's not terrible. I just want it to go away. Like, I don't want any of this at all. And even if we have credit cards, just like minimum and able to pay it right back like that. Basically, I am proud that we don't have a bunch of consumers in debt. I just think that these student loans, like, if they, I wish that they had passed that, we're gonna forgive our debt. Oh, that would have been great. But we can only dream, right? I can calculate like a range of how much we probably owe personally. This is not including our business debt. And I just don't want it over our head anymore, y'all. So I've been working to find different like side hustles and try to figure out what's gonna help us get this down, but especially before our kids are like 6, 7, well, really 5 or 6, so that we can be enjoying life. I don't want to be held to none of this at all, like at all. You know, because it's just not fun, and it prevents you from doing fun things and, you know, living your best life. So 97,904. So almost $100,000, honestly, and that, like, it's increased because of the vehicle, about $10,000 more than when I first started this journey. And, and like I said, it's because of the car. The good thing is we got these credit cards down for the most part, but now, you know, these are the times we live in, and we're just trying to make it, figure it out. It's a big number. That's a lot. That's a lot, y'all. It's not impossible, but it is definitely a lot. Girl is gonna, like, hopefully we get teamwork and try to figure out how we can get this number down in a good amount of time, because that's not fun at all. But anyway, comment below how much you owe, your debt story. I'm interested to know where everyone is at, especially in this economy. Even if you have paid your debt off, how did you go about it? What did you do? I'm interested to know. And make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.